You know, there seems to be a lot of topics that no one wants to talk about. And anytime you bring it up, people either shut down the conversation or they want to argue, even whenever you're giving them very legitimate, accurate, and believable evidence. But as someone who has left the church, I learned a long time ago that people don't want to ask questions. They don't want to hear theories. They don't want to look into new information. They don't want to challenge the knowledge that they've been taught their whole life. Why? Because if they learn something new, or if they accept that something is true that they have been led to believe is false or evil or anything like that their whole life, it will literally challenge the whole way that they've lived their entire life. Generations, decades of believing a certain way, living a certain way because of what you believe. And then if you accept a new piece of knowledge, it completely shakes everything. And it makes you look back at how you lived, and it makes you realize what you missed out on. So when I began my spiritual journey and had my spiritual awakening, I still read my Bible. I still used it as evidence to connect what I was learning in the new spiritual world, actual spirituality, not just church religion. I call it Christian culture. But there are so many things all around us that if we were to be more open-minded, just because you're open-minded doesn't mean you have to accept something on a whim. Be open-minded, do some research, look into it, and you never know what really just might exponentially amplify the way you've been living, understanding. You can make connections that you've been searching for years. You could have the epiphany that brings you to your spiritual awakening. So yes, let's have these conversations. Let's talk about those topics. Let me know, what are some topics or conversations that are deemed taboo by the general society, but that you think we should genuinely be researching and accepting more of?